Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
Is he?
So am I, because I have, from Travelin' Tom's coffee truck,
I ordered one. I'm getting one of those.
it's an icy cold macchiato chocolatey love thing. And it's really, really good. What did you send that to me?
Is that a Ford?
Well, I didn't.
Is it
I
what?
don't have it.
A Ford?
Oh, here it
Mach-E.
is.
Ford
Mach-E.
Mach-E. Is it a Ford Mach-E? That's
No,
a good
it's
point.
not a Ford
That was
Mach-E.
good, Michael. That was
No,
good.
it's not. I did before. I've got a special treat that I want to turn you on to. Right after a quick break, you're on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. You stay with us.
ProAm Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. ProAm is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. ProAm is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, ProAm's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. ProAm not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. ProAm is now reaching a worldwide audience through ProAm.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At ProAm Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and ProAm will lend you a hand. ProAm Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org.
Welcome back to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. I want to remind you that our show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. And podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider. Got to give a little plug here to, are you ready? You ready to write this down?
Yep.
OutTheMudCrawfish.com.
Okay.
OutTheMudCrawfish.com. They have crawfish, crab legs, shrimp, and blue crab. They are here. They are catering this event. And I was told that the phone number that they've got on the side of their truck is a Louisiana number. Mars,
number?
I think 318.
Well, you would know because you're closer to it than we are.
Yeah.
You go over there often? You ever stretch your legs? Stretch your legs east?
I used to go over there quite often.
I'll bet you did back in the day.
Back in the day.
What did you do over there, Mars?
They had a place over there just across the river, the Spain River, called the Texas Pelican.
Oh, I've heard of
and
that.
in Louisiana at the time.
He calls it Louisiana.
Yeah. It was Texas went to a 21 for drinking age. Well, over there it was still 18.
Ah.
And they had this revolving band stage. So one band was playing, the band that was coming on would be playing the same song, and it would revolve.
Yeah.
Saw both of the Winter Brothers over there.
A lot of that in New Orleans happens.
Edgar and Johnny both were over there. Saw all kinds of people over there.
Yeah, Pelican is good with hollandaise sauce. They
Yeah,
really are.
it was.
Pelican? I don't think so.
I do
You
have
dress them up, but you can't take
I've got
them
my
anywhere.
Traveling Tom's coffee truck
We already did that
Mach-E.
plug.
No, I've got mine, though. You've already got yours. I got mine.
Okay.
It's good. It's good
I
stuff.
did, Traveling Tom's coffee truck. Very nice woman
gonna
out
be
there. And
jittery
she
all
knows how
day.
to make a good little iced coffee there.
Yeah. Be jittery all day.
Tech Force Foundation is soliciting feedback from new technicians in high school and post-secondary students enrolled in automotive training programs for its inaugural Tech's Talk survey. Nonprofit foundation which works with students and professional technicians as they further their careers wants to glean, I like that word, glean insights and perspectives from aspiring technician students and working technicians in their first 2 years of employment. Interesting. Foundation said there are currently 3 technician openings for every tech school or community college graduate.
Wow.
Part of the problem is young techs quit after a short time on the job. Survey is open to all young technicians in the automotive, aviation, collision, diesel, restoration, welding, and other related programs. Results will be shared publicly. So go to Tech Force, one word, Tech Force Foundation, and you can get whatever it is that you need to glean from that.
Okay.
Ford Motor Company has issued a call to action
Uh-oh.
to suppliers asking for help reducing costs on electric vehicle production, where the automaker is bleeding billions of dollars. The memo offers a look into how heavily Ford is leaning on suppliers to help with EVs. It comes even as many of those suppliers grapple with dramatically lower volumes and production delays by Ford and other customers. The EV business has been an enormous money loser for Ford, which anticipates its Model E unit will rack up $5.5 billion in losses this year. The automaker's competitors, especially General Motors, have poured massive investments into EVs in a battle against Tesla and fast-rising Chinese automakers. They in some serious doo-doo over there.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, how they can justify continuing, and politics aside, just look at the money. Just look at the dollars and cents.
Well, it's all about the politics, actually. I don't know what's happened.
I don't know either. Too many of them traveling Tom Mach-E's.
Mach-E's, apparently so.
Over there.
She's Mach-E'd out.
She's Mach-E'd out.
Serene is on the floor
She
over
just
there.
fell out over there.
U.S. safety regulators investigating Alphabet-owned Waymo
Uh-oh.
after reports that its autonomous driving systems led to collisions or violated traffic laws. And NHTSA said it received 22 reports of incidents where vehicles equipped with Waymo's fifth-generation autonomous driving systems were either involved in crashes with stationary or semi-stationary objects, collided with parked cars, or generally violated traffic safety laws.
Huh.
Initial evaluation confirmed Waymo's autonomous driving system was either engaged during each incident or disengaged moments before the incident, according to NHTSA. These stories from Automotive News. So don't get in a Waymo car.
No.
All that stuff they pushed it too fast, too soon.
They did it way more.
Waymo. They did it way more than they should have.
Yeah, exactly.
Mars. Waymo.
Way more than they should have. Yeah, way more fast.
All right.
Stop it.
Coming up in the next hour, we have nothing.
We have guests.
We have guests, and later on we got the cruise-in calendar. Did you already do that?
No.
You haven't done it?
I got the cruise house ready
Well,
to go.
I did want to mention to everybody that next weekend, as our commercial says, is Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupe Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy. It's a 3-hour little cruise-in gig, and we invite you to stop by, say hello to us. Who knows? We might pick you to be a guest on our show.
You.
We
Yeah.
might pick you,
We might pick
other
on
than
you.
picking our nose.
Yeah.
So
We're going to do it even if it snows. We're going to do it.
it's well,
Yeah, there's. I think there's about a 90% chance of no snow.
Okay. And we're going to be there.
According to the weatherman, it's supposed to be nice this week, so we need to dry out and get all cleaned up and looking good.
And
So
get some of
next
these
Saturday, mark it on your
Porsche
calendar.
folks out here, too.
There's a lot of Porsche folks out here. They're all stopping by. They're having some breakfast tacos and coffee.
Porsche people
and they're getting ready for their crawfish.
Crawdad. Mudbugs.
I don't do mud bugs.
No, I
you?
don't either. No, sir, I don't.
That's an awful lot of work for a little.
I know. You
piece
get a little
meat.
bit of meat, and then you got to put on a little tiny bun with a little piece of lettuce on it.
Well, I was thinking more. I like mine with crackers.
Do you?
Yeah. Not.
Saltines or
Yeah,
you
no.
use your sardines with saltines.
No, he likes those little bitty round crackers, so he can kind of put
Ritz.
a little bit.
The
Of,
Ritz.
No, those
like the
those
little
clam crackers.
clam crackers. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Clam.
Oyster crackers.
Oyster crackers.
There you
That's
go.
what I'm talking
Oyster,
about,
clam, whatever.
Hey, we'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. Time now for a quick break. You're on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, streaming and podcasting around the planet. Look for us from your favorite provider.
Tailpipes and Tacos is back. Memorial Day weekend. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In returns to the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, May 25th. Bring your hot rod, classic, or modern classic to compete for one of the famous chili pepper trophies and get a free breakfast taco. Just make a donation of any size to God's Garage and Loopy's will match it. You'll be helping single mothers who need a set of wheels. It's been a year in the making, so don't miss this Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In, Saturday, May 25th, 8 to 11 a.m. Donate what you want to God's Garage and grab a free Loopy Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. It's car show season, and what better way to kick it off than a free taco and camaraderie at Tailpipes and Tacos. Memorial Day weekend, Saturday, May 25th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Proceeds benefit God's Garage, weather permitting. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com.
Podcasting and streaming around the globe. It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Today, coming to you from the Gulf Coast Auto Shield Spring Car Social. Got another guest from today's big cruise in featuring Porsche. And a little later in this segment, Jeff has a special report about what your car says about you behind your back.
Yeah. When they're all gathered in the parking lot and you're not there, they talk about you.
I'm sure they do. Especially you and me.
I know.
Is just ahead in this segment of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, we always need more Jeff Zekin. And our fabulous IT manager and director of all things electrical, David Ainsley.
And evil.
I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks so much for joining us for our live Saturday broadcast here from Gulf Coast Auto Shield. And I have to tell you that if you're interested in coming out, please come on out. They're going to be here a few hours after we leave, but it's a great event. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is on the West Sam Houston Parkway. We'll call it
South
the
side.
Yes, but I think that it doesn't switch over to the South Sam Houston Tollway till 98. So this would be the West Sam Houston Parkway. And you take the first exit after 59.
Yeah.
Going southbound.
Which
on
is
the West
Belford.
Belt. Is that Belford?
Belford.
Southbound and down.
And then we're right on the right-hand side. It's a big warehouse office complex thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that look the same, so it's kind of down towards the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and if you
right
pass it, you get to airport, you're just going to have to go back around underneath the freeway and go back around.
You'll find us.
You'll
We're
find it.
here.
We're here.
You know, our truck's sitting out front.
Yep.
Watch for our truck.
Don't steal it, please.
No,
they
no,
just
no.
throw the wheels off it.
You got stuff in it.
And we got all the stuff out. It's in here. But we need to
we're
put
the
some
stuff.
stuff in it.
Well, part of it anyway.
We're the stuff.
Yeah. Good luck at getting it all out of here because the parking lot back here in the back is full.
I see that.
Kind of a hidden cruise in today.
Yeah.
Well, it's full of Porsche, and then the mudbug guy is around here on the side,
Yep. The mudbug guy.
and then the coffee guy is around to the other side.
That's the coffee girl.
Oh, the coffee girl.
That's the coffee girl that is running Traveling Tom's coffee truck.
Oh,
She's very nice and very good at what she does.
Should be traveling Tammy.
Nope, we're not using
Tom?
that. No, we're not using that word.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Now, the mudbug guy, the name of his business is Out the Mud. Not out of the mud, but out the mud.
Yeah, you got to shorten
that
it
could
up.
be
Out,
kind of a
out
Louisiana
the mud
thing.
crawfish.com.
Yeah.
He has crawfish, crab legs, blue crab, and shrimp, and they ship nationwide.
Wow.
They cater Out the Mud crawfish.
Yeah, we got some crawfish farms over near me,
Yeah.
right there off Interstate 10.
Well, I heard there's been a shortage this year. Is that true?
We haven't had any problem getting them.
So when you farm crawfish, do they have like little saddles on? You got little got to corral them into the pen and all that.
Well, they kind of corral them into. They got the dikes with the water, so they actually use scuba gear to go in and get them
I got you.
because they're under the water.
Oh, okay. Making sure.
Scuba gear.
Yeah. Have you ever seen?
I don't think so. You know, there are some things that we know nothing about and are proud to say we know nothing about.
They do have traps for them, though. They do put out traps for
Is
them.
that what it is?
Yeah, kind of like crab traps. They put them out. The crawdad
Bait
gets
'em.
in there, can't get it out.
I thought it was like a big dipping net, and they just kind of shoveled them in.
No, that's what you do in the ditch whenever you run out. You go out to the ditch.
In the ditch, we used to just take a stick and poke at them, and they.
We get a piece of bacon and a string and lure them out of the hole
Why?
because they were down
But
in the
what
water.
did you do with them after you got them
He
out?
was marinating them.
Exactly. Well, back then we would use them for fish bait, but that's before we figured out you could eat them.
Yeah, you know, I don't,
Oklahoma, they don't get big enough
just
to eat.
don't recall in my day here in Houston, Texas, back in the day, crawfish being eaten by people that I
And
knew.
who was the first person that says, I'm going to eat that?
It's like a little mini lobster.
guess.
Lobster
No,
bites.
it is not a mini lobster.
bites.
I don't know. Anyway. Well,
But they're here.
As
Have
you,
you
can,
ever
as you can tell behind us here, the car social is socializing.
That
And
wasn't the
things are-
gentleman that's doing the crawfish, is he? That was just taking. There he is,
Yeah,
right
there he
there,
is.
It's out the mud.
out the mud.
Well,
he was taking a video.
you know,
here
we
we're-
need you to come over here and talk to us a minute.
Yeah,
Because all of us car guys, well, not all of us,
right.
not me, but there are a lot of car people that really like that crawfish.
you got a crawfish stuck to your arm. Careful.
What is your name?
Greetings, testing. Can you all hear me?
Yeah,
Thank y'all for having me. My name is Stanley Afford.
Stanley.
Yeah, I'm the owner of Out the Mud Crawfish and Catering here in Houston, Texas. And it's a pleasure to be amongst you all and all of these beautiful
Now
cars.
wait a minute, you're here in Houston?
Yeah, we're located here. We're originally from
What is
Louisiana.
that phone number on the side? That's a Louisiana phone number.
Right, because we're originally from Louisiana, and we kept our original number.
That'll be
Very
darned.
good.
I like
There you
it. So you moved here because all the business is over here?
You know what? We moved here due to a storm several years ago, but you're right. It's a lot of business, and the industry is rapidly
Booming.
growing here in Houston.
Are you busy every day?
Probably 5 days out of a week. We take a couple days off just to rest. But, yeah, you're right. We got it.
Yeah,
we
you got to
always
recharge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I know this doesn't have anything to do with cars, but I've got to ask you because I always wanted to know. So give me the process of cooking crawfish.
Boiling. You boil them.
I understand that. It's cooking them, whatever.
This is going to blow your mind because from the time that I've sat down here, the crawfish are probably done. But it's simple. Get your water to a really, really rapid boil. Have your seasoning there. Hold the crawfish in the boiling water.
They're live crawfish.
Live crawfish. We don't want dead crawfish. They collect a lot of bacteria, so we weed all of those out. We're giving you real, authentic Louisiana live crawfish. About 3 minutes, they're done.
3 minutes?
Yeah, 3 minutes top. They're done. Here's the tricky part. Although they are done, they are not ready to eat. You say, what? They're not ready to eat? Well, we're going to let them soak up flavor. We're going to let us soak up flavor.
Do you take them out of the water?
No, the flavor is in the water.
So you just turn the boiling off.
Turn the boiler off, and you let that temp drop underwater. And at that point, your crawfish start to soak up that beautiful flavor.
You got to stir them and all that.
Yeah. Do a little.
Agitate them a little bit.
Now, do you have your own seasoning?
You know what? We're working on that as we speak because we have to get it perfect. But we pretty much create a great seasoned blend, but we don't have our own brand as of yet.
Yeah. Well, if for somebody that's stupid like me when it comes to that sort of stuff, what is a good seasoning that you can go to the HEB and buy?
You know what? You can go and get any brand originally from Louisiana. The top that come to my mind is going to be obviously your Louisiana, your Zatarans. You have your Slap Your Mama. You have all of those different.
Because I know it's like mustard. There's 100 of them on the shelf.
Yeah. It's a ton of new brands that are coming to market.
And yours is going to be soon.
We're going to be competing with all of them.
Now, is this the season for crawfish boils? Because my son-in-law, David Pitts, just did one last weekend with his friends, and there was like 50 people there, and they were all just getting after it. They're all participating in the boil, and they put the corn and the sausage. That goes all in the same. Potatoes. That all goes in the same boil?
Absolutely.
Because that absorbs the seasoning.
Absolutely. It all goes in the same boil. When we typically go out and do a boil, we separate ours. Like we cook our corn, sausage, and potatoes in a different pot because you may have one or two people that just may be allergic to shellfish. However, when you're doing a backyard boil, everybody at that backyard boil know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, you put it all in the same pot.
Now, do you throw shrimp in there too?
Yeah. You could throw blue crab in it. Why not?
A rack of ribs.
Maybe not there. Where do you get your crawfish from?
We actually get them from a wholesaler here. We deal with a few wholesalers, but
here in town in Houston.
Yeah, bring them fresh.
So you don't have to go get them out of Louisiana. Somebody else is doing that.
Absolutely.
So there was are we in a season? I heard rumors because I don't eat them. That there was a shortage, or they're not as big, or there's something's going on. They all went on strike, whatever. There's something going on with it.
Crawfish went on strike.
Yeah, they went on a strike on us early on. So crawfish season spans from about January to, let's say, the beginning of July. Well, January and February were horrible because farmers were catching probably a slight percentage of what they would have caught, let's say, in the previous years. And supply and demand came into effect, so the price tripled, right? Let's say if I was supposed to be paying $3 around January or February, well, I had to pay $9 a pound my cost.
Whoa.
So it was horrible. It was really horrible. The farms were just not producing crawfish. And I think it related back to the drought in 2023.
Okay.
I think that had a lot to do with it. So the weather conditions definitely played a part.
How old is a crawfish when you put them in the boiling water?
You know what? I have never asked one, but
never checked his ID.
You know what? I'll get back to you on that because we do have some experts that they know all of that good stuff.
Well, Mike just mentioned, and you were taking a picture about the farming end of it, that they've got crawfish farms. There's got to be an age or time limit that, okay, we got a crawfish and it's grown up to so long, and then you take it.
Yeah. So obviously crawfish comes in different sizes, right? And the farmers, I'm assuming that they start to actually, I guess, fish their ponds when they do their test traps, and they look at them and say, okay, we're about good timing. This is a good size, because if they're too small, there's nothing that you can do with that crawfish. In fact, during the season, right, let's say around January and February, what happens is that small crawfish actually goes through a molting stage where it actually sheds that shell to get larger and to get bigger. So that's kind of how the season goes. They do start out small at the beginning of the season, but to grow, they actually have to take off a layer of shell.
That's what I'm talking about.
So you got crawfish, and then you got our shrimp, I guess, are the same family category, bigger, smaller, and then you got prawns. Prawns are, I see prawns on a stick, I guess. You have them.
You know what? I don't know if they're native to this area at all. I think we will have to travel a little bit further out in the ocean. Now, I'm not an expert in that area. I'm just
sound
giving
like you are. You sound
my opinion.
convincing
Got us
me.
convinced. Yeah.
Okay, now here's a dumb question. How'd you get doing this?
You know what? Real simple. I love cooking, right? I just enjoy the kitchen. It's therapeutic to me. But fast forward, first time that my wife bought me a pot to do turkey for Thanksgiving, I thought it was a great idea to do crawfish.
Oh,
and
there you
I
go.
did. And when I
For Thanksgiving.
well, it was a little bit after Thanksgiving. When I tell you they was the most horrible crawfish I've ever tasted.
Well, you're honest about that.
Yeah, they were horrible. But I'm from Louisiana. We've been eating crawfish our whole lives.
Where in Louisiana are you from?
I'm from Coshada, Louisiana.
Where the reservation is.
That town that you're speaking of is actually called Kinder. There is an Indian
yeah,
reservation
yeah.
called Coshada. However, my town and city is called Coshada, and it's located in between Shreveport, Louisiana, and Natchitoches, Louisiana. Little small country town.
Yep.
I joke all the time when people ask where I'm from. I tell them, yeah, it's a town, with all of the skyscrapers. But it's not, man. We have 2 red lights and 1 grocery store there.
Very good.
Nothing wrong with that.
But to answer your question, how I got into it, I did my first batch of crawfish. We had a very terrible storm back in Monroe, Louisiana, where me and my wife went to school at. We was out of our home, let's say 13 days. Well, at that point, I wanted to come work in the construction industry just to get some money so we can get back on our feet. Houston is obviously diverse. When we got here, I wanted to bring real, authentic Louisiana food to Houston. I started with crawfish. We got the recipe to where we thought that it should be, and we started doing backyard boils around 2018. 2020 happened. COVID hit. We created what's called the boil in the box, where we boil your crawfish and we deliver it to your doorstep. It was amazing because everybody was locked in their homes.
Yeah.
We said, hey, we'll bring crawfish to you.
Wow.
And we gained a lot of popularity for that. Now we kind of do a lot of companies here and there.
Sure.
And now
Well,
we're here
Gulf
with you
Coast.
guys.
There you
Yeah.
So you said you wanted to bring authentic crawfish, Louisiana crawfish, to Houston.
Absolutely.
How many other people claim that they're the authentic here in Houston? Obviously, you got to have a saturated market. I mean, you got to weed someone, go through the minutia of getting in there.
Yeah, you know what? I actually take my hats off to a lot of people that are doing crawfish here, because I think there are some good crawfish, vendors here. However, I say this humbly, but I say it genuinely and seriously. We're the best crawfish company in the state of Texas.
Out the mud.
Out the mud crawfish, absolutely.
Where'd that name come from?
If you take a look at out the mud, when we use that term, we kind of use it socially and culturally when we're saying this person used less resources to get to where they are. They simply did more with less. Well, that's the story of my life. I come from a small country town. My mom had a certain economical background. My father passed when I was 3, but we weathered the storm through life, and out the mud, we feel like we got it out the mud. Mm-hmm. Now, what's unique about that, do you know where crawfish come from?
The mud.
Out the mud.
We know.
So when you put that together, I think it's the perfect summary of our company, our lifestyle, and we love that brand. Absolutely.
We've never had a mudbug expert on this show.
I know.
You are the first, and we'll always have you.
Yeah.
I tell you what, man, and once you all wrap up, I'm going to spend some time with you all, because I have several questions about Porsches and cars and vehicles and all of that good stuff.
You got the coolest you got the mudbug.
Yeah.
You got the mudbug vehicle out there.
I like to think that it's pretty cool myself.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
All these people that are coming to visit you are the experts on the Porsche, because they're all the Porsche people.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Well,
Yeah,
man,
absolutely.
listen, I really appreciate it. You know what? This is my first time being on a podcast.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm going to have to post it and
Yeah, you will.
follow
You will.
you guys, because I really appreciate it.
There you go.
In wheel time. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Stanley, it was a pleasure, man.
And if you're hungry for some, come on down here or contact Stanley. He'll bring it to your door.
Stanley Afford, outthemud, we deliver to your doorstep. If you're listening and you're outside of the Houston area, we ship overnight to your doorstep. Absolutely.
Beautiful.
We're loving it. Stanley,
love it.
thank you. Appreciate
you all.
you.
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you, sir.
We're going to take a quick break. In Will Time Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In Will Time Car Talk. And a new daily podcast is available from your favorite podcast provider.
It's
We
the
also
traveling times kicking
video
in.
stream our 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWillTime.com. In Will Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
ProAm Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. ProAm is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. ProAm is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, ProAm's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. ProAm not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. ProAm is now reaching a worldwide audience through ProAm.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At ProAm Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and ProAm will lend you a hand. ProAm Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in work. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.